Welcome to the A to Z Golfing Podcast with Andy Cezanne. I'm Anthony Zampano. Get ready to follow the entire 2024 season if you haven't already at amgolftrips.com and swagseries.com. Important date coming up, January the 5th, 2024. Public registration for the Swag Series. You're going to want to get in on some of the premier events that have obviously been filling up already. I believe 3 of them are almost at full capacity for the early signups for the 2023 participants and Am Golf Trip Rewards members. That number, those rewards members really took full advantage of early signups, which was amazing to see.
Oh, 100%. They're still coming in. I'm getting emails daily for their teammates. They got to email me. We got Hazeltine that's completely maxed out right now for the early registration. Olympia is getting there, and we got a couple others that are starting to creep up there right now. So it's been fun working with everyone here when they got questions, and I'm happy to answer them whenever they got them.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to finally getting some of the events locked in place. I know that we've got some crazy good stuff that we're going to be doing for the players this year, taking it to the next level. Last year was fantastic, but really trying to hone in on something for both people that are new to the Swag Golf brand, people that are within the Swag Golf community, and so on and so forth. I think we're going to be bringing a unique feature in our second year running the Swag Series. As a part of the Swag Series, PGA Frisco is on the schedule for 2024. Andy and I were out there representing Am Golf Trips, helping out with the event. Andy actually got to partake in playing the West Course, resort-style golf course.
The one we're playing when
it's
we're there.
Correct. That will be the side that we're going to play when we're there. Our first round there was playing the East Course, and before I get too much into the golf course, it's just the facility as a whole, very reminiscent of Streamsong.
Yeah, I mean, you could take a bunch of different things that it's reminiscent of. You're kind of secluded in a bunch of spots. Definitely has like a Pinehurst feel, like in that putting green in the par 3 area with the cradle they got there. And then a whole shopping district that, reminded me of a little like the Pebble Beach shopping district right by the front section there. I didn't mean to cut you off on that, but
no, it's okay. I'm going to go against both things that you said, anyways. So it's
no
okay.
problem. Yeah, that was my opinion. So let's hear like possibly the right opinion or possibly the wrong one.
Well, I just want to start. First things, I always start from the outside, and I think kind of work the way in. The modern amenities, the way that the hotel is, the buildings are state of the art. The district is cool because you have a Topgolf Suites, you have shops, you have places to eat, places to grab a drink, and then more your restaurant style stuff within the hotel. I think all those amenities are fantastic. I think how it all lays out with where you start on both courses, where the short course is, where the massive putting green is. I don't know if I would say it's like Pinehurst, because I think Pinehurst has its to me, it has like an older style feeling to it.
Yeah.
But I do like how they put everything together. Listen, the biggest thing for me about the place is it needs to grow in. We've been to a lot of facilities and a lot of resorts where we're either the first time there, second year there. I mean, I could take everybody through on multiple times, and I think I have on the show about going to Branson. And it's not going to look the same in 2000. Fields Ranch isn't going to look the same in 2025. And then once again, if you just watch it for the PGA Championship in 2027, it's going to look completely different. It does need to be built in. To me, it is a family-friendly resort that if they are going to be on the marquee for golf, they need to grow into who they're going to become as a golf facility. And I think that is going to be the telling sign of caddy programs, starters out on the golf course, how they talk to golfers, how they come across, and understanding what type of golf course they are and the types of people that are coming to these places. And the more you get not lax. I'm not saying you just let people do whatever they want, because some stories there of some other groups that came in and completely ransacked cabins and destroyed property. But you are a resort. People are coming
Mm-hmm.
there to relax, have a good time, play a little golf. When you have a course in the East Course that is as hard as it is, and you are having caddies out there, you need to be giving people the best experience possible. The golf course is a fantastic experience, but they have time. They're young. They'll grow into it. They'll learn it, and it will become a marquee place to go, especially in the South.
Oh, I couldn't agree more with that part. They just opened in May, so they're still super young. What, 7 months old as now, um, and they. You're right. The resort, top notch. Everything in the resort,
Mm-hmm.
perfect. The shopping district, perfect. The golf, which is where we're going for, that part needs a tiny bit of work on it, and I think they're going to get there really soon. I mean, I don't think they're too far off on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely played in some difficult conditions a little bit, with the East being the harder of the two courses, with, about what, I don't even know how fast you think that wind was.
I mean, it's Texas golf. I think it was, from talking to some of the people, it was sustained wind. I think maybe, you had a sustained 18 to 24 mile an hour wind, and you probably had some bigger
Yeah.
gusts. But, I don't think I walked the entire back nine. I didn't think it was unplayable. There's some hard holes that you had to play with the direction of the wind. Um,
Yeah.
but you also had some holes that you could take advantage of. So I
Sure.
think from that point of view, I mean, listen, we're talking about amateurs compared to professionals playing there in 27, or the seniors, or the Champions Tour that was just there um,
Yeah.
this past year. So, I kind of look at it as a total, and I think that's the thing about it is what's the build? I mean, what's the housing community going to look like that they're building around the East Course? Um,
Right.
there's a lot of questions to be answered. To me, it was a great facility. I'm curious to see what it looks like in 2000 at the end of 2024 when we get there, and then that's in October, and then subsequently I want to see what it looks like going back down to Dallas for another type event in 2025 if we do something down in Dallas, and taking us maybe driving over into the Frisco area and seeing what it's like. I think it has me curious because to me, and being around some of like the bigger resorts that we've been to, I've never seen a housing development of that scale getting
Hmm.
ready to just be, in so many words, with in a vantage point of this beautiful property, of this golf property. It would be like chopping down all the trees on the back of the sandbox and building a housing development in the middle of Nekusha, Wisconsin, and having it at Sand Valley, right? So it's just going to be interesting to see. I mean, I think the championship course, from the tee boxes that I saw on the scorecard, and some of the tee shots from some of the back tee boxes, I think is going to be a challenge for the best players in the world. Um, I think the golf course, it's right now it's perfect, and what I mean by that is the layout is perfect. Now it needs to be tricked out. The little
Yeah.
creeks need to be filled in. You need a little bit more landscape around those areas. Now, we obviously are seeing it when it was completely dormant. Um, a lot of the yellowish grass, yellowish brown grass. But still, I mean, you could see it. For somebody like me, I could see how it's going to be very difficult. And I hope that in the next couple of years, when we do go back and we revisit it, um, it'll just continue to get better and better and better, and we'll see how the evolution of PGA Frisco goes.
Oh yeah. So, and that's, I walked the whole East Course taking pictures. I walked three holes with a group, and then held back, walked the next three holes with the next group. Just did that the whole way. That course is absolutely stunning. Like, and it was dormy now too, like you said, and you could tell the beauty of that course. And then when they had those houses, they were saying Scheffler and Spieth are getting a house up
Mm-hmm.
there, and then Shaq's getting a house there. I don't know if they're just buying it to sell or whatever, but I mean the amount of construction they're doing right around it, when that comes in, that's going to change that whole appeal to that and make it even look. I think that much better, because then it's going to kind of block out the kind of the outside look then that you can see now, like, you know, the buildings in the far distance will kind of like make it all more narrow and keep it in there. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they have in the future there, and I think it's going to be a place where we'll continue to go. I mean, the amenities there, I that might have been one of the best beds and pillows that we've had like all year. Like that was absolutely amazing. But yeah, the resort itself, top notch, absolutely top notch.
Well,
One
you
of my
definitely
favorites.
you definitely needed the bed and the pillow after your shenanigans at O'Hare International Airport. I mean, you know, Andy and I fly across the United States together.
We don't have to say
And
this story if you don't want it. We don't
you
have to
know,
go there if you don't want it.
Andy is a proponent
We
of
can.
having every
Oh
elevated
no.
status to get through security as fast as humanly possible. TSA
Yeah.
pre, TSA post, clear plus, clear plus two, clear, and then he'll
It's to get
pretend to
my
be of.
equipment through.
It's just unbelievable. So, of course, Andy, if you've
Oh
been
yeah.
around Andy to know Andy long enough, Andy has a tendency to make things very difficult. So he gets into the clear line. I'm in the TSA pre. There's nobody in front of me. I'm trying to explain it to him, and he tries to duck down with this 60-pound sack on his back that we still have no idea what's in it. We've actually never seen the full contents of the 60-pound sack.
Oh man.
And he gets stuck, falls over, middle of the airport, 6 a.m. in the morning, just starts the trip that way. Just
So I mean,
can't take him anywhere.
let me do this story a little justice here. So there's the
There's no justice.
TSA pre, what is it? The TSA pre clear, whatever that one is. I'm going through that one, and actually the TSA line was a little bit quicker. So you went on that one. You said just hop over here. So I tried to go under, you know, the ropes, the removable rope, and
Exactly. You said the key word, removable rope.
well, yeah,
It's the key word.
I'm not going to touch other people's ropes. That's just the way it was.
Yeah.
So I tried ducking under it. I got my head under, but the back of my bag that was on my back got stuck. And then I was trying to, and I was stuck there for about 3 seconds before I actually fell, because I was trying to get the balance over, trying to go back
Yeah.
under and then do like a little limbo thing. And then that just didn't work out, and it made it even worse. I fell straight on my back, almost knocked over the whole rope thing, and the guy behind me just laughing. Z's looking over at me with his look that he usually gives me when I do my antics. And but you know what, we got through it, and then and that was that.
The
It was
look on the
not my
guy's
proudest
face that
moment.
was in front of you was the best look that you could have at 5:45 in the morning. And
It
by
was
the way, this part of the A to Z Golfing Podcast is presented by Useless Information. So for all of you out there that are looking for useless information, stay tuned and listen to Andy go through a detailed explanation of how he fell over for not removing the removable strap to be able to jump a line.
That's a very true part too. I was just trying to defend myself to make it a little more antiquated, but I
Oh
don't
no,
think
it's fine. I mean, I
that
really just
helped
wanted to
out.
tell people you fell down, and then that was nice that you got a nice bed and a nice pillow and stuff like that. It's great time. Great
Yeah.
time. I feel like we were standing in lines all weekend. I mean, we ended up out at a barbecue line that, God bless him. My friend from Arizona, I love him dearly. Kenny McGinley, who would have known that the kid could eat 7 pounds of barbecue, get in line, got some random stranger telling us it's going to take 20 freaking minutes to get into the place. Took what did it take? 52 minutes?
It took I think was it 47 or 57 minutes? I think it had 7 in it. It took a
Knows?
while.
It was, in the end, it was worth it. So if anyone's out there, Andy, what's the name of that place?
I think it's Hutchins Barbecue.
Hutchins Barbecue in Frisco.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It was a
My
great
favorite
time.
barbecue I've ever had in my life, and
Of course.
I've had a lot of good BBQ, and that right now is going to be tough for something to beat.
That's right. Your plate really
I know.
showed it, considering you tried to give away your entire plate to anybody. It was like, you want some sausage? You want to try the brisket? You want to try the culinary chicken that I ordered?
I didn't have any chicken on the plate, but I did have a stomach issue that day. So that way, and I took it back to the hotel thinking we were going to have late checkout, and I was going to eat that when I got off the course. We didn't have late checkout. Unfortunately, some of that food did not get eaten. That's the first time I've really wasted food on a trip, and I'm not happy about it.
Oh
I know
God,
you can roll
here we
your eyes. I
go.
know you can roll your
Here
eyes
we
on it,
go
but
with this kid.
I'm just saying.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
there's enough people listening right now that know that that is complete and utter BS what you just said. I've seen you with 7 Tupperware containers in a refrigerator in your hotel room. Chicky Parm night, Chicky Parm
I
afternoon,
took that
Chicky
chicky parm
Parm
home.
night. Okay, listen, you're the only human being I know that's trying to fly to Frisco to get barbecue and then bring it on an aircraft and then bring it home
You can have
to
food on the
Christina,
plane.
who, listen, between me and you, her and I have talked. She doesn't care.
She
She
oh
doesn't care if
no.
you bring the barbecue home. She
Oh
doesn't care.
no. You
You can tell
I'm
she
gonna
doesn't care. She's posting all these fantastic photos of you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure you do. You know exactly what we're talking about, and we will recap the 28 days of Andy at a
Oh no.
future event, future podcast. It'll be fantastic. So
Who's doing the editing on these podcasts? That's me. Those pictures are never seen the light of day here.
you don't want to piss me off because then I'll break into your phone and throw them on all your social media pages and all
I'm
your burner accounts.
I'm not embarrassed by them though. I'm proud of who I was and how I became who I am now.
Never said that they
But
were embarrassing. I
yeah,
love them,
yeah.
but she is definitely trying to embarrass you.
And that's
She
not how
is.
she meant it to. So here, I'll tell you a little story
No,
how this one started. Okay, I won't tell the story.
no, tell a
Uh,
story. Might as
well,
well.
she
Is it
was
going to be
doing
long
so.
like your last story?
I'll try to make it quicker than that.
Sweet.
So,
Perfect.
turning 40 on the 28th of December, she just wanted to do something nice from the 1st to the 28th, trying to remember me because I take all the pictures of everyone. So she was trying to do this, and then it kind of just it evolved into something else that, based on my friends like Anthony and other ones, that
I haven't done anything.
it turned into a different beast, and you guys enjoyed it a little differently than the way she intended it to.
Okay. First of all, that is completely wrong.
Oh,
The people that are commenting thoroughly enjoy your company, and we love the recognition that you're getting from her.
yeah.
All we are trying to say is that of the 28 photos that I would think of you, when you start off that hot out of the gate, when you are laid up against a log, looking like you are ready to seduce the world to come to you, right?
Yeah.
And then you go to the photo where I think you were trying to look like John Candy. I literally think you look identical to John Candy in that photo as a kid.
Yeah.
You really can't.
I mean,
Once you
it's
start
possible.
that path,
Yeah.
it's hard to, get back on.
Yeah. And I kind of, I told her, because I think she was going to go a little more cuter as it went on, and I told her you might have to change direction here. I think it found a new path. So I think she's trying to go as hard as she can with it. I know a couple of them in the back of my mind that's going to probably hit here in the next 10 days or so, but we'll see.
I gave her some ammunition as well. So
did you really?
Oh yeah, I got to edit a few more videos and take some screenshots, and I got some good stuff. I got some good stuff.
You should just airdrop it all to her. Oh wow!
Absolutely not.
I did not know that part. And that you're like the third person that's told me that you've given her some stuff. So now I'm interested in seeing what's going to come here.
Hey, this isn't just about like embarrassing Andy. This isn't about. We all love him. We enjoy him. I do embarrassing things. I knocked on George Tudor's door at 1:00 in the morning at PGA Frisco. Gave him a big bear hug.
Yeah.
Had no idea that I even did it. Was absolutely hilarious the next day. So
pull you out of that one, yeah.
We all do stuff.
Yeah.
Well, more importantly, you had to get me off the couch that I was on in the lobby. That was the first part. You had to get me off there because my friends Kenny and Jeff Williams left me.
Yeah, I meant to ask you about that. So PGA Frisco, obviously, like we're saying, is super nice. They just let people just randomly stay on couches, I think, longer than they need to. But you were just down there by yourself. You texted me like, "Hey, I'm down here." So I'm like, "I'll come get you, bud." Where do they go?
Well, I mean, let's be honest here. When Kenny wants to go to bed, Kenny goes to bed, and then Jeff, he's got like a whole like nighttime barometric chamber process that he's got to go to be able to play golf. Plus, he had his dad, uncle, best friend there with him that was like his hype man. So I'm sure he was exhausted from hyping Jeff up all day long. So, um, it just happened. I didn't want to go up. Was I was having a drink and I was people watching, which was fantastic. I had my feet up on the table.
He did.
I was, slouched down, had a couple pillows underneath me, and then just I needed help. I needed some encouragement,
Yeah, well,
as they would say
I
too.
helped encourage. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you get a
So,
chance to, like, speaking of Frisco, how would you rate the par three course there compared to some of the other ones we've been to?
well, I think that it's a very small layout, so I
Hmm.
I don't know where I would put it. I mean, Mountaintop is so big.
Yeah.
Top of the Rock is really laid out. Bandon is very spread out. The preserve. Um, yeah, I don't, I
It was
don't, I
kind of
don't
like
know.
the
I
hay,
mean,
right? Like kind of all right
kind
there.
of, yes,
Yeah.
kind of very like a lot shorter. The longest hole I think was like 106 yards or something
Right.
like that. But
You could get away
here's the
with
cool
one
thing
wedge on
about
the whole
this is
thing.
that it's lighted, right?
Yeah.
So I know that Streamsong is getting ready to do this, and I don't know if it was confirmed that the Cliffhanger in Missouri is going to do this. But that was the first one that I've seen, and I know on Friday when we had the meet and greet, a lot of guys went out there and had a good time and was able to do that. Now, where I look at this as the golfer is that listen, if you're playing a short course, you're playing the closest to the pin game.
Mhm.
You're probably not putting out or anything like that, and you could not putt on those greens because those things get used from sun up to sundown, and
Yeah.
there's just ball marks all over them. So, um, do I think that aspect is cool? Yeah, I can't wait to see what other resorts follow along and do it. And I know that they have the putting green is lit up as well, which I think is really cool. Um, that's what I was saying. It's just what does the property become, and that's why I think it'll be really cool to go back in 2000 and at the end of 2024 with the swag series because with all that stuff lit up, you get a nice night out there, and you got 120 people at the tournament, but you got 60 locals in town or 40 people traveling in, and you might be able to just get out there the night before the tournament and do some fun stuff out on that putting green, um,
Yeah.
which I think is really cool. So excited about that. I'm really excited for the next couple episodes that we have coming up because we're going to be going through the entire schedule with everybody. We'll keep it short. We'll keep it sweet. We'll talk a little bit about the first eight, and then we'll talk about the second eight because coming up fast here is going to be the Troon event for AM Golf Trips uh,
Yeah.
out in Arizona, and for an invitational type environment, going to PGA Frisco and having the close knit group of 24 to 32 people, you're not going to be disappointed with going out to Troon. If you
Right.
are familiar with the area, we are going to be doing some stuff for locals that are going to be out there. We're also going to be doing some stuff for the people, for people that are looking forward to the 2024 Swag Series National Championship that takes place in early 2025. It would be a good point to get out there and check out Troon for the first time. A lot of stuff that's going to be going on locally that we're going to be confirming here over the next couple of weeks to really make it exciting and put a little personal touch on it. So I'm really excited to get back to Arizona.
Yeah, and then to that point, we'll probably do an episode on the last two since you said that we're only going to have 8 and 8, and I'm pretty sure we have 18 tournaments. So then we'll do a
Yeah.
little wrap up
See?
on the last two then. Hey, I felt like you right there for a second. Felt
Look at
fun.
you. Look at you calling me out. Wait a minute. Hold on.
That felt fun. Oh, you got to mark a date down?
No, I'm double checking. Andy's correct. First, we might have to rethink the strategy now. We might go 666.
Okay.
We're not totally down with that. We believe in Jesus Christ, and then probably do something for the national championship here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to go through this schedule. I have been secretly like peeking at some of these golf courses every once in a while. Like when I get one on the top of my head, I think I have a tab open on my phone for every single course. So it's going to be really cool to start going through, and it's going to be awesome on January 5th to see which one's the first one sold out. Where are we going to see the influx? Because then right behind that will become getting everything ready for the players for 2024.
Yeah, super excited about it. I mean, we're just hitting some great spots, and like you were saying, that Troon location. I saw pictures from when you went this past time, and I'm excited to get out there and see the beauty of that area. So it's
Yeah.
going to be fun. We got a lot of things planned up here. A lot of work ahead of us, but we're ready for it. I mean, I'm stoked to get 2024 started.
Yeah. We're stoked over here. We're super excited, as Andy has pointed out. Super
We're
stoked, as Andy has pointed out.
we're geeked out, as Matthew
That's
Groovidge
right.
would say.
We're on the verge of geeking. That's what we
That's two
are.
episodes in a row we got Groovidge's name in here.
Holy cow. Today wasn't the day for shout-outs, but thank you, everybody, for listening, and can't wait to talk more when we start going through the 2024 Swag Series schedule.